Hello, welcome. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a full face of new makeup, first impressions. A lot of it is brand new makeup today. There's a few bits that have been out for a while, but I just haven't got around to trying them out yet. So I've got everything in this basket here. I have some pretty exciting stuff to try, including the new NYX Glaze or Buttermelt Glaze Skin Tint. I've got the new Glow Recipe Blush. Or it's not a blush, they call it a flush. We'll see. I've got the new Rare Beauty Contour. I've got some Sephora. I've got some Primark. Yeah, there's all sorts in here. So we'll start off with primer, and I've got this one here. So this is from Primark. I have only just got this because in the store that I normally go to, which is Norwich, so that's my nearest one, that it's only just come in. I think it's been out a little while. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Glow Hub Baby Beam, I think it is. So I thought we'd give it a whirl. I don't think I've personally seen anyone test this. Well, as I say, not personally. To be honest, I don't scroll much on TikTok. I upload on there, but I don't really, browse it very often. Yeah, I get all sorts of random stuff. I don't know what's going on with my algorithm, but yeah, it's really weird. But yeah, same with Instagram Reels as well. I tend to look on shorts more really. But it's this one here. It's quite heavy. Yeah, there's 45 ml of product in here. It looks nice. And I believe this is like it says tinted primer. So I'm assuming it's going to be a bit of a, one of those bronzing drops situations. We'll see. So I've given it a shake. Oh, do you know, it's not at all. It's more like a tinted moisturiser, but a bit thicker. Oh, do you know what? This actually feels really nice. Brightening, SPF 50, brightening and smoothing peptide complex. Oh, I was not expecting that. I thought it was going to be like a bronzy kind of situation. Let me just get my hair out of my face. Right, let's have a look. So we'll go on straight onto the cheek. It feels quite nice actually. It feels like a bit of a grippy primer. Not really a lot of colour coming off, is that? Although it does look really nice on my skin. This is such a weird experience just because it's nothing like I expected it to be. I'm just going to press it in as well. Oh wow, do you know what? I absolutely love that. Look at the finish of it. So as I say, it feels really nice. Like as a primer, it feels like my kind of primer. I like a little bit of grip. Although I do really like the e.l.f., the super grippy one. But I like a bit of grip, but it feels really nice and hydrating. And it gives that beautiful, dewy, look at that. That's like proper glass skin. It's got a bit of an illuminating look to it, which is really nice. So yeah, there's my skin before. You can see it's quite dull. I mean, I have got skincare on, but it's still quite dull. Massive pores, as you can see, and I feel like it kind of evens that out a bit as well. Do you know what? That is a lovely product. In the summer, that'd be quite nice on its own. I wouldn't say it says it's tinted, and quite clearly you can, it's oxidized a bit, look. Quite clearly it is quite tinted as a product, but on the skin, I mean, I can't really tell any difference. But no, it does feel nice though. Okay, so that's all over now. I look mega shiny. Very shiny. Do you know what though? As I showed you, it does oxidize quite a lot actually. It goes from almost a very pale pink to like a pale orange. And as you can see, it has added a bit of a natural kind of tan look, I think, to me, where it has oxidized, but it doesn't look orange. I think it still looks quite natural, like you would get from mixing glow drops with your moisturiser. It kind of gives that look, but it feels so nice on the skin. It really does. So we'll move on to eyes. I'm going to do my brows first, and for that I have the new MUA brow pens and the brow gel. And they sent me all of the brow pens. So we get all of these colours, which I think is really good. There's even a grey in here, which you don't often find. So it's that one there. So it's like a dark grey. And then I would normally go for taupe, which is this one here. And I did swatch it the other day, and it's like that sort of shade. It's really nice. Can you see that? Look, it's a really nice shade. It's like an ashy brown. However, because I've just gone darker on my roots, I think it might be a bit light for me now. So I'm going to go for, I think I'm going to go for the light brown. Or should I go for, no, I'm going to go medium. So we're going to go for medium brown. But as I say, first we have this brow gel. So this is the Brow Gel XL Stronghold Brow Gel. And I think, oh, do you know, it's not. I thought it was one of those ones that's got like the double-ended, like the white formula. But this one isn't. Twist to apply. So if you twist it, you get, that's quite sticky actually, you get the brow gel, and pull, and then you've got this like shaping brush and comb on there. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, it's kind of like the same theory as the Refi one, like the original one, but this is a clear gel instead of white. Quite an interesting brush as well. It's like completely flat, like on both sides. Can you see like that? And then we've got longer hairs on one side and shorter on the other. I'm just going to brush through like I normally would. And then I kind of like to go back to get right to the root. Like that, and then go back again. And then we will take the other bit, we use this to shape them. Quite dries down quite quick. See, I'm not really one that goes for that laminated look. And I wouldn't say it gives masses of hold either. They still feel quite like free, if you know what I mean. I don't really feel the brow has done an awful lot, to be honest with you. And I mean, my brows are quite sparse. There's not really much there, but they don't really feel, I don't get the hold from it. Yeah, and I do generally prefer a bit of a tint in my brow gels as well. They might do a tinted one, I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm not very keen on that, to be honest. Let's try the brow pen. So it's this one here. So Brow Define Precision Liquid Eyebrow Pen. I do love a brow pen. I do normally use them. So the tip's like this. It's not the thinnest, but it is like a proper brush. So we can still see the taupe on there from last time. And this is me. Yeah, see, that's much better for me. It's a bit warmer. The taupe is quite a cool, as I say, it's quite ashy, whereas this one's a little bit warmer. We'll try it at the front first. Yeah, that's a really good colour. It's almost perfect for me, actually. Get a bit around here as well. It feels quite, you know, sometimes I find these can dry out quite quickly, but this actually feels, you know, like it's not going to. It's got quite a lot of liquid in it, if you know what I mean. That's about all I do, but you can see the difference between the two. It's a really good colour for my brows, definitely. See, looks quite nice and natural compared to that one that's, yeah, I need to tint them, to be honest. They're not normally that bad. But yeah, no, that's pretty good. So for eyeshadow, I have this palette here. I think this is one of Sephora's own brand's newest ones. I believe it is anyway. And this is the Mega Mix palette, and this one is in Fearless Cool Nude. It's quite a kind of a grey, cool toned palette, and I quite like the look of it. But I believe you can kind of swap them about a bit because, oh, here we go. You can actually completely remove these. So I think you can make it a bit of a pick and mix kind of palette. and you can get refills and all that sort of thing, but I just thought the shades were so pretty. So yeah, I'm going to start off, I think, by going into my crease, yeah, with this shade on the corner just here. Okay, so we're just going to work this into the crease, as I say, just from the outer edge inwards. It's actually a really nice pigmented shade, you know, it's really nice. It's been so long since I've used any Sephora eyeshadows. I haven't used much Sephora makeup, full stop, really. I've used a couple of their lip products. I think I've used a mascara a long time ago now. And I have had, I think, 2 palettes in the past. But that's about it. Yeah, it's a really nice shade, you know. It's like a perfect greige, I would say, like a grey beige. Right, so I'm going to dip into this one here, which is the darkest brown in the palette, and I'm going to work a bit of that onto the outer corner just here. Yes, it's got really nice pigment. I'm sure the last time I used a Sephora palette, I wasn't overly impressed with the formula, but this is really nice. Yeah, really nice. Before I go on with the shimmer, I'm just going to dip into this really pale one just here and use that just to blend it out around the edge a bit. I'm actually quite pleased in general with how it has blended, but I just want to soften it just a touch. So for shimmer, I've just quickly swatched them just so I could see them myself. I thought I'd just show you. They're not the best swatches, but yeah, that's what they're like anyway. I mean, they are pretty. They're all fairly similar, I would say, apart from obviously the 2 really dark ones, which is those 2 just there. So apart from those, these are all quite similar, but I did want to go for something quite light anyway. So I think I might actually go for the silvery one right in the middle. So yeah, that's what it's like. It looks really metallic on my finger. But I just want to see. That's way better than when I swatched it. Maybe I just needed to almost break the seal a bit, if you know what I mean. I just want to pop that over that front. I actually really like that. I think that looks so nice. Right, so I've got a mascara and I have this one here. So this is a mini version, but this is the e.l.f. Big Mood Mascara, Mega Volume and Lift. I think I got this for free, you know, when you save up your points. But obviously they do sell it. I think it's only about £8. So packaging's like this. It's really cute. I like the metallic purple. Oh, that's a big wand. It's like a hourglass wand, but it's got these really thin bristles on it. Actually looks really quite nice. This is just in standard black. I sometimes find these like big, like the bushier ones, quite hard to use, especially when you've done like an eye look, because I find I get them all over the lid. What do you think? That's one coat. I think it's the bushy ones. I'm just never really that keen on them because I don't find that I can't get like the full potential out of the product when it's got like these bushy ones. I don't know. I just prefer a kind of skinnier plastic one, I think. Yeah, it's not the best, is it? It's not my favourite mascara at all. It just doesn't look like it's done an awful lot. Normally, you know, I can get my lashes to look quite long, whereas this just, yeah, it's just a bit meh, really. And also, I don't know if you can see, but round there, can you see that? That's actually where the mascara has crumbled onto my cheek. So, yeah. Bit of a shame, but I've never tried an e.l.f. mascara. And I have, as I said before, not necessarily this one, but I've heard good things about the e.l.f. mascaras in general. But yeah, this one just isn't for me. So for foundation, we have this one here. So this is the new NYX Buttermelt Glaze Soft Glow Skin Tint SPF 30. I've got 02 Vanilla Bean Butter. So it's a skin tint. It's not a, you know, a full coverage foundation. I'm not expecting it to be like really full cover. It looks like that. It actually looks like a really nice formula. It's runny-ish, but not too runny. The colour looks perfect. It feels really nice and hydrating actually as a product in itself. Obviously, you know, if you want to put it on with your fingers, then do so. I just don't like it all over my hands. It freaks me out a bit, to be honest. I'm a bit funny like that. It looks really nice on the skin. It looks beautifully dewy. As always, I'm just going to take my sponge and just press it into my skin. I think that's beautiful. Really nice, perfect colour. So you can see, I mean, as I said, it's not going to be full cover, but there is definitely a bit of coverage. It's like, I'd say light to medium, like very more towards the light than the medium, but there is a bit of coverage. So I wouldn't say it's completely light coverage. And then compare it to the side before. Sorry, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat. You can see obviously all my redness. You can see my hyperpigmentation here. You know, it's all very uneven compared to the side where I've just put it. I think it's really nice. It's a beautiful finish as well. Really nice finish. So that's it all over. It is a bit weird on my nose though. Can you see? How close can I get? Like, it's not really stuck here. I don't know if that's the primer or the products, because everywhere else it looks really nice. It's just on my nose, and like around here it looks a bit weird. Can you see? But yeah, on my nose it's like not really like settled properly. It's coming off on my finger, which is really strange. But yeah, no, everywhere else it looks lovely, like really nice. So for contour, I have the new Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Contour. So this one here, liquid contour, I've got the shade Mellow. So it looks like this, and it actually looks quite nice and cool toned as well. Little bit of warmth, but it is more of a contour shade than most, shall we say. I'm going to pop a couple of dots just there. I'm going to use the brush that I just used for the foundation, and we will just blend that in. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. It's actually the perfect shade for me. Can you see, if I look to that side, we've got this really nice shadow just there. Obviously nothing on that side, and if I look forward, it makes me look a lot more sculpted just there. See, I find contour quite hard to do in general, because I'm not very good at blending it, to be honest. I always put it in the wrong position. I just blend it wrong. I don't like when it looks like you've got contour on. I like it to look more natural, which I feel that this one does. That's really nice. And it's quite pigmented as well. You don't need a lot of it. And just like we did down there, I'm gonna start by just tapping it in and then blend it in to the hairline, so I haven't got that obvious divide. I'm going to do a couple of dots like that. I think that's really nice. It blends so easily as well. I mean, I love Rare Beauty products. I don't think there's been one that I've come across that I haven't liked, like all of them. But yeah, no, that is really nice, and it looks stunning on the skin. It really does. Very nice and natural. So I also have a bronzer. Obviously that's a contour, it's not a bronzer, so I'm going to do a powder bronzer. Now this one is from Mina, but Superdrug are actually not selling Mina anymore. I think they're getting rid of, well, they are getting rid of the rest of the stock that they have, because everything, like every item that they do is down to a £5, which is so good, because I wanted one of the bronzers and they were quite expensive. They were like nearly 20 quid, but for a £5 I was like, oh yes please. But I don't know why, because I love Mina makeup. I think it's really nice. But yeah, I asked the lady on the till and she was like, yeah, we are. We're not selling it anymore. And I was like, oh, that's such a shame. But yeah, this is in the shade 658 and it's like this. So it's like one of these domed. See, that's beautiful. That is a really nice bronzer. Look at that, that's lovely. It looks pretty pigmented, which I do find a lot of Mina products are. I'm going to tap in. I'm only going to take a couple of tabs because look, it's like come off quite a lot on my brush. And then we'll pop it where I normally would. So I tend to go kind of around here. That's beautiful. It is so creamy. Kind of like a very similar texture to the NYX Buttermelt bronzers. Oh, that looks so nice on the skin. Look at that. Really nice. Oh, that's lovely. That is such a nice formula. I love. Oh, it's clung a bit around my hairline there, isn't it? Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a really nice like powder to cream formula. It looks lovely on the skin. It really does. It doesn't look, you know, too cakey, too powder or anything like that. It actually looks quite nice and dewy. Oh, I love it. I think I might have to grab another one of those next time I'm in, if they've still got some left. And for blush, I have this one here. I've been dying to get my hands on this ever since they said it was coming out. And I think it was released last week and I grabbed it straight away. They've got two shades. They've got this one, which is the paler one. And then they had a slightly deeper one. But it says it's not a blush, it's a flush. This tinted serum immediately enhances cheeks with a sheer flush of colour while plumping and evening skin's tone over time. So obviously it's primarily skincare, but with the added bonus of it having a flush of colour. Powered by 3% niacinamide to brighten skin with ultra hydrating hyaluronic acid, delivers moisture and plumpness to cheeks. Jojoba oil coated pigments deliver colour that effortlessly blends, leaving a dewy, glowy flush on the cheeks, available in 2 fruity, vibrant hues to boost skin's natural glow. So it's very cute. It looks like a mini dewdrops. So like this, it's so adorable. And there is, how much is in here? 12ml, which is pretty good actually for a blush. And it was £22. We've got like one of these spoon type doe foods. It actually looks like a really nice shade. But yeah, it is quite, I wouldn't say it looks the most pigmented in the world. It is very similar in texture to the dewdrops, but it looks stunning. It smells really nice as well. So I'm going to pop, because it doesn't look to be mega pigmented, put about that much on to start. This is stained, it's not got product on it. It looks really nice, although I will say it is taking my makeup off underneath, especially that bronzer that I put on, with it being a powder. I'm just going to put a little bit more on. Because it is quite skincare-y, I'll just use my fingers, it definitely has a very, very similar texture to the dewdrops, if you are familiar with those. That's better, it's better with your finger. But yeah, can you see? It's definitely one of those ones that you don't want to put over powder. Can you see here? It's separated my makeup underneath. I don't actually think that, do you know what? I don't actually think that's the bronzer. I think that's the foundation or the skin tint. And that wasn't a powder. So yeah, it has separated my makeup underneath, which is a shame. Don't know how you get around that because, as I say, it's not even a powder, it's the skin tint. I mean, I suppose if you're someone that doesn't really wear any base and you just want a bit of makeup-y skincare, then yeah. I'll try on this side with just my fingers and see if it was because I used the brush. Okay, it's not as bad. It has still separated a bit, just here, but it's not as bad as the other side. So maybe it's better, I mean, look at the finish of it. It's better with using your fingers than a brush, definitely. It looks really nice though, it's a really nice colour. And then lastly for the base, I have this highlighter here. So this is the Haus Labs Bio Radiant Gel Powder Highlighter in the shade Peach Quartz. The Fire Opal in this range is one of my favourites ever, but I do use it as a blush topper because it's really quite orange. It's like an orangey gold, but the formula is absolutely stunning. So I picked this one up with some of my birthday money, and I had some Sephora points as well. But this is what it looks like, absolutely stunning. And it's, oh, look at that, it's like this. So give it a little swatch, and as you can see, it's like a peachy champagne. Stunning. Yeah, I absolutely love the formula of these. These are very powder to cream sort of formula as well. Yeah, look at that. It is so nice. It's not glittery, it's just a very sort of sheeny glow, and I just love it. I think they're such nice formulas, I really do. Although I will say, on top of that blush or flush, it's not sitting as nicely as the formula of these usually does. I feel like it's sticking a little bit underneath. But yeah, it normally would look a lot better than that, but I think that's more to do with how I've layered it rather than this highlighter as a product, because honestly you cannot fault these, they're stunning. And then lastly for lips, I have the new e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil in Opalogy Tour. Opalogy. Yeah, and this is like a blue shift, bluey purple, I would say. It looks stunning, really nice. Yeah, can you see how stunning does that look? Really pretty. It's like this, but like the blush I just used, one of these spoony ones. I'm just going to put a brownie liner on. So it's this one here, which is Suntan from MUA, one of their intense colour ones. Yeah, I think this will work quite well. It's like a mauvey brown. And then we'll go on with this colour. Oh, look at that. It's a little bit spicy, like feels a little bit plumping. Oh, how beautiful. Really nice. So here is the finished look, and overall I actually really like this. I think it's turned out lovely. As my natural oils have started to come through, everything looks a lot more even. I do find that sometimes, and obviously, you know, I did put setting spray on as well. I used this one, which is the one I always use. But yeah, it looks really nice, like the base. Absolutely love this contour. I think it is stunning, really nice, so easy to use as well, especially for someone like myself that's not the best at it. Love the highlighter. This is stunning as well. This bronzer is lovely. I do like the blush, although I don't know, it just doesn't sit right over the top of makeup in my opinion. It really doesn't. It's more of a skincare blush, which it is, you know, but you would have thought it would, you know, layer at least over cream products, but yeah, it just separates. Love the eyeshadow. The only thing that I didn't like, and I still don't like, is actually like transferred a little bit onto my lower lashes, and it seems to be crumbling off as well, is the mascara, which I can't find. I think it's gone over the other side of the room. I knocked it off my desk. Oh no, it's not. Here it is. Yeah, this one, the Big Mood Mascara from e.l.f. is not my cup of tea at all. I do prefer a thinner wand, like a plastic wand. I just don't feel like it's done anything for my lashes either. So as always, all products shown in today's video, I will link in the description box below for you, along with any discount codes as well. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd really appreciate it. It'd mean the absolute world to me if you did enjoy watching this video and you would like to see more content from me in the future, and you would like to subscribe to my channel. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye.